Hello to the fellows and the ladies. I'm still going on with this TIFF. I'm filming a lot of reviews back to back because I want to be done by the end of the week. Hoping to God that can happen, but first, go on bitesizebreakdown.com. All the TIFF stuff are on there. Wouldn't be here without them. They're the best also. The website's awesome. It's like 100-word reviews, multiple opinions for one movie. You can get all the things. How are you not clicking on it right now? Click off the video. I'm done. It's enough with my face. Continuing on with the TIFF coverage with The Piano Lesson, the newest August Wilson adaptation in Denzel Washington's series of August Wilson adaptations that he's doing. And this film is the directorial debut of Denzel Washington's other kid, Malcolm Washington. And it follows a family in their home as they go through their own little trials and tribulations as certain events has happened in the aftermath of the Great Depression, and a certain emphasis put on a piano, which is a family heirloom, which has a pretty tragic history in relation to this family. My history with these August Wilson adaptations lean more positive. I'm not breathtaken by either Fences or Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Actually, I was really into Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Fences I thought was solid, but nothing grand. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, obviously the performances are outstanding from Chadwick Boseman and Viola Davis, and also I was just really into the atmosphere of that movie. Did it feel like I was watching a play? Yes. But I was into it. I was into the dialogue. I was drawn in. As for Piano Lesson, this is the weakest one. Off the bat, ranking it, I would go Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Fences, The Piano Lesson. But as you would expect from these adaptations, the ensemble works wonders. A lot of heavy lifting is done by them. A lot of what you're drawn to is this ensemble. Only one that really did impress me was Corey Hawkins. But everyone else is excellent. John David Washington, I think, is getting bagged on for some reason. People calling him theatrical, but I kind of just is that not kind of the point? I don't dislike him like everyone else does, even if I have yet to be impressed by him. And I still wasn't amazed by John David Washington here, but I was really into him. I've seen some point out that he was theatrical, which isn't that kind of the point of the character, that he's supposed to be very energetic and very stagey? I thought it worked for what he was doing. Ray Fisher gave one of my favorite performances of the movie. I loved his little meekishness. He looked a little bit like a dullard, but I thought it worked. He had a lot of heart to his character. Michael Poss was a very nice standout as well. A lot of you want to know about Samuel L. Jackson. Was he actually put in the wastebasket? Not really. He didn't have any less screen time than anyone else in this movie. He got his moments to shine. And he is very entertaining. He is very easy to grab onto. It's just, when our expectations were he's gonna win, yeah, he let us down. But he's still really good. But the standout was easily Danielle Deadwyler. The way she can command a monologue, a scene. She has many scenes where she's just kind of a force of nature. After Till, we're all aware of what this woman can do, and while she doesn't top Till, as hard a task that is, I still thought she was just breathtaking. Truly, I can't wait to see more what Danielle Deadwyler pulls off, because she is clearly a magnificent talent. I also want to give a shout out to Malcolm Washington as a director, not as an actor. He didn't act, he directed. I think in terms of direction, this is probably the most lively these August Wilson adaptations have been. Even the moments where it is just dialogue in this house, it does feel like there's a little more life in there than Fences and even Ma Rainey's Black Bottom to a certain extent, even if that movie did have some life in it. And I'm not just saying that because there are many moments where we leave this house, but just even in the house, the way the movie is shot, the way it's edited, the way it kind of pans and stays on this people. I didn't feel like I was just sitting in a theater watching a play. The dialogue is grabbing. You do kind of get sucked into the conversations like most August Wilson adaptations. Problem is the movie is just very messy. The movie carries a lot of plot points and threads. Something to do with John David Washington's character feels like an afterthought. Something with Danielle Deadwyler's character in relation to Corey Hawkins and Ray Fisher's character that just kind of feel like they were tacked on. There's an overarching theme of legacy and blood in relation to tragedy that is in this movie. You get the themes, it's just the way it's presented feels a little all over the place. There's an August Wilson-y, talky family drama stuff that happens. There's also a supernatural aspect to the movie that didn't feel great. It didn't feel very fleshed out. I feel like it could have been a little more to that if they leaned into it, but they didn't. When they do finally clash together, it's just a hodgepodge. I was just kind of okay, what's going on now? When we get to the climax, a lot of what we're hedging on is Danielle Deadwyler's performance, and I think she does a lot to lift it up, but the problem is we're just kind of confused for the most part. If it leaned a little more into the horror of it all, I feel like it would have been better. But instead, we're kind of left with a messy bag of a lot going on, and while I don't think intent was off, I do think that there was something very pure here. I just think when it came to execution, it fell. I didn't dislike this movie per se. I did find myself grabbed a lot and at least intrigued of what it could have been. But overall, I feel like I just kind of left thinking, oh, I didn't get what I could have gotten out of this fully, and I'm a little disappointed. Piano Lesson will once again show that these August Wilson adaptations can birth outstanding performances, and it feels the least play-like of the adaptations. However, it's easily the messiest, and a lot of the message can get lost in the messiness that feels like the plot was forgotten along the way. And I'm going to have to go ahead and give it 5.5 Deadweilers out of 10. We can talk Oscars, but I feel like everyone has kind of caught on that it's just Daniel Deadweiler. Sam Jackson is out. He's gone. He's not getting nominated. If you really wanted to get another nomination for this movie in the acting department, John David Washington is a possibility. Although, again, he's been kind of getting dunked on, and, like, I don't see him doing that well with Precursors. And, I don't know, if you really want to consider Ray Fisher, maybe you could, but I wouldn't do it. Screenplay's probably not going to happen. It's really just Danielle Deadweiler, which does kind of affect her win possibility. But I've seen all the supporting actress contenders except for Blitz, and I gotta say, I think it could happen. She's the one who came off as a win to me the most, but that was before it clicked with me that, like, she's gonna be the only nomination for this movie. That's an issue. That could very easily just be enough to stop her. But I do want to look at her as a win potential a little longer. For those who are going, oh, they're gonna give it to her because she got snubbed for Till. Don't do that. But I do wonder if critics are going to, like, boost her, and if she's going to win a good chunk of wins. Because I don't think Zoe Saldana's going to win critic awards. Maybe Felicity Jones. It's possible. But I think Deadweiler could actually stand a shot at a lot of critic wins, even if the movie's not that acclaimed. And with that in mind, I do think industry could easily piggyback. She would have to sweep, and, you know, that could be hard. But if she pulls it off, which I think she could, I think the win would just be hers. That is that, though. I'm done reviewing Piano Lesson because I still got to review 2 more today. Like, subscribe, and share. That's all that. What if I played the piano? I'm getting really bad at these outros. Can I just say for a second? It's like these... I get so sucked into the reviews of it all that I just kind of forget to make a joke for the finale, for the final part of the fucking video. I hope people click off after the Oscar talk or the rating, because I'm so bad at these outros.